Hey, what's up, everyone? Mr. Hancock here. Welcome to the Fall 2020 Online English Comp 1. I wanted to take this video today to help you do a couple of things. Within under 15 minutes, we're going to talk about the syllabus as well as how to navigate around Blackboard. So let's get to it right off the bat. Here we are in section 64W for Fall 2020 Comp 1. So let's get straight to it. I'm going to go into Blackboard more here in a little bit, but the first thing you'll notice is that when you click into it, you're going to go straight to the Start Here page. It has a typical Blackboard navigation tutorial right here. Right under that, when I finish this video, of course, you'll have the link to the YouTube version of this video here, right between that and the office hours. And a lot of this content you'll notice is the same content that you'll find inside the syllabus. But the one thing at the very bottom that I want to encourage you all to do, if you have not done already, is to do the course agreement quiz. For attendance in this class, while you will not be dropped throughout the semester for not doing work and things like that, you'll just get a big F if you don't do anything. The first 2 weeks, that is a possibility for students who don't do any work or log in to be reported as a no-show or for non-attendance, and therefore their name will be removed from the roster. The way to avoid that is not only logging in, but also doing the first week's work. I have 2 assignments for this week. One is the course agreement quiz, where you just go in, say you agree to the syllabus, and give contact info. And the other one is a week 1 discussion board post, to where you kind of introduce yourself, icebreaker stuff. Okay. So with that being said, don't forget that. Please do that. Now let's get up here and take a close look at the syllabus. You have 2 places you can go for that. One's right here. The other one is just right here. Okay. So you can click that. Either one will open up the Word document. And here we are. Okay. All right. As you can see here, and heads up too, I'm watching a couple of my kids at home. This is hurricanes coming, so we had to leave the office. And so I'm at home, so I'm watching them too. So if there's a loud sounds, I may just pause it. All right, so here we are, y'all. Here's my name. There's my office location, my office number, my email, office hours. If you want to come see me during office hours, which you're totally welcome to do, you want to make sure that you, during those times, call my office number and wait in the lobby and the charts, the big second floor lobby, and I will come down and get you. That's the new protocol. There's my boss's information if you need that. Course information. So what are we doing in this class? We are going to be introducing you to basic college writing. Basic college writing. So we'll introduce you to what that really means is kind of like what is expected when you hear the word essay, the types of essays you'll be writing, the writing process, formatting, organizing, and generally expressing yourself and just discovering yourself as a writer. But we'll also give a little bit of a taste of research at the last paper before you move into Comp 2. So we'll go into that further. A lot of this you can read on your own. The course materials is the UAPTC composition mix. I don't have it in front of me right now, but there's the ISBN. The bookstore will have, well, they may not have it right now, but when they do get it, you just go in there and tell them you need a Comp 1 textbook, and they'll know what you need. That's the only one we have. Yeah, they're out of books right now, so if you don't have it for the first couple weeks or so, don't worry about it. We'll work it out. Let's see here. A lot of the outcomes you can read. All right. Campus safety, COVID-19 safety measures. You can read that too. This is an online class, so you can read that if you're coming on campus. Attendance policy, and I kind of mentioned this already. I don't have an attendance policy necessarily. If you don't log in, you don't watch the videos, you don't do the work, you don't read the handouts, you're just going to miss content. And that's what happens with online classes, especially with a Comp 1 online. I warn people, this is not necessarily an easy class to take online because it's going to take your discipline to sit down, watch the videos, read, and work and do your work. A lot of people kind of need to be in class to have that coaching, but that's really, a lot of that's now become virtual due to COVID. So, but like I said, I think we're all adults, and I think when it comes down to it, you've just got to make the adult decision that this is something I want, and I'm going to do the work. So if you're willing to put in the work and log in and do your work, you won't have a problem really. But if you don't log in, you don't read the assignments, you don't watch the videos, yeah, it'll make success in this class very difficult. But as far as me taking points away or deducting points for you missing something and so on. That only happens if you miss an assignment. That's not really an attendance thing, okay? So there you are. Let's see here. Other classroom policies, those are traditional policies. For online, it's really like professional behavior, be respectful, be professional. No one can really log into this and do any work but you, obviously. Your husband can't talk to me for this. Your wife can't get on here and do work for you. Somebody can help you write your paper. I mean, a tutor is different than somebody writing your paper. Stuff like that. Typical. Let me see here. Grading. All right, so what are we doing here? We have a 16-week semester that breaks down for 4 units, 4 weeks apiece. So we'll have 4 essays, 100 points apiece. Discussion board, since this is digital, online, virtual, however you want to put it. Our discussions, in-class discussions, will take place in the discussion boards. I'll show you that in a minute. The writing process, I don't just tell you to write a paper and then it's due, then that's it. The writing process is very important, so we will all, as a class at the same time, getting feedback back and forth from each other, giving it, taking it. We're going to start from the very beginning of nothing, and that's what we're going to do now with the first paper. We're going to process that, put ideas together, put it together in an outline, then draft it into a rough draft, proof it, and then put it into a final draft. So that's going to have points to it. Conferences, we'll have a couple of virtual conferences, you and I, throughout the semester, and then your final portfolio, which is like your final exam. It'll be 100 points towards the end. We'll talk more about that later. All right. Grading as far as plagiarism, definitely going to talk more about this later. It explains what that is, tells you what you can't do. It tells you what happens if you do it. So please take advantage of that. That will destroy your grade, and it happens often. People think they can use a paper from another class. No. They think they can copy and paste a bunch of content off the internet. No, you cannot do that. So please watch out for that. Accommodation policy. This is from our disability services. If you have anything that's going to hinder your performance or you think will hinder your performance in the classroom, we need to call disability services. They will evaluate, and if they feel like there's anything that needs to be accommodated, they will have a letter for you and I, and we can discuss what you would like to do. So if you have a letter on that, you need to let me know immediately, and we can discuss on what you want, because it all is all determined on what you ask me to accommodate, and we can do anything. So not a problem there at all. And the rest is student code of conduct, misconduct, and other little informative pieces there. Okay, so then here we are with this the schedule. This is tentative. It will change. I can tell you now. But at least it gives you direction as to what we're going to be doing around that certain time, okay? And then it tells you about the course agreement quiz. So there you are. All right. Let's stop there and go back over to Blackboard. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. Okay. So here we are in Blackboard. Again, the Start Here page, a lot of this is just like the syllabus. Please go down here and take your course agreement quiz. Now, let's talk about the columns over here, or the column over here. Where it says support, this is generic. This is in all the Blackboard, what we call shells. Each class is a shell. So that comes in every one of them. But the top two, I built those for y'all, and that's tailored to this class, okay? So in the getting started, we've already pretty much looked at this. You have the Start Here page, another link to the syllabus, and faculty information if you want to know more about me, and contact info, stuff like that. Now, under that, course materials, this is the important stuff. So, number one are the announcements, okay? So, when you click into announcements here, notice this says sample, so that's something I can use to kind of put together. I still may play with it later, but any kind of announcement that I want to put up, let you all know that a video's up, let you know that something's going on, or I'm sorry, something's was missing from the shell, I'm going to extend the due date. Anything at all where I need to announce to the whole class, I'll put it here. But the good news is it will go also directly to your UAPTC email. So please make sure that you have consistent access and check your UAPTC email regularly. There we go. Then let me just jump down here. Grades, my grades. It's your 24/7 grade book, electronic grade book. I'm going to change, I'm going to get rid of weighted total, put a percentage column in here. But everything you do will be put in here. It'll tell me how many points you have out of total, what your percentage is. If there's an assignment that has a rubric associated with it, that rubric will be right there. It's live. It's done live, so as soon as I grade it, it'll show up on your side. Everything will be there, so you'll know exactly what your grade is all the time. You'll notice this week you have 2 assignments: course agreement quiz and then the week 1 discussion. So let's go over to discussions now. Discussion board, load. Okay, so first of all is your ask your classmates here. And let me look over. When I come over here, we see that we already have a stack of y'all already talking. 6 people in there talking so far. It needs to be more than that. Thank you to the 6. But for ask your classmates, this is primarily a place for y'all to get in there and chat without me. So y'all can get in there and talk about class related stuff, help each other, whatever you want to do. There you go. And if you need help from me, email me directly or call me. So here it is, discussion 1. So each week we'll have a discussion board. Some won't, but most will. And so when you go in here, you'll have your prompt. Just answer the questions and everything, okay? Now, the deal is that a lot of students get burned really bad when it comes to the discussion boards. And it's not because they don't know the content or I grade hard. It's that they don't follow the rules. The rules are there to help to establish a good intellectual college level discussion and conversation between students. We have to have that. So you must follow these rules. And you can read them and see for yourself. But let me explain to you, number 1, that if you don't post 3 times, 1 being the answer to these questions and 2 other replies, that it will never be sent to me to be graded. And so it'll automatically get a 0 come the due date. So if you want this graded, you not only have to post your answer, you have to reply to others, okay? They have to be at least 10 sentences each. You have to have deep intellectual conversation. No, hey, I agree, period. That's not good enough, okay? Follow these rules, and you'll have some pretty good success, okay? All right. That's all you have right now for week 1. That's pretty easy. Now, number 5, yeah, you're going to have to read go into the narrative essay topic list and talk about that, but more on that shortly. Okay, so let's jump to the most important tab here, and that's the course content tab. This is where all of the magic will happen. It's going to have your assignments, handouts, videos, all that stuff. So here we are. The bottom ones here, I'm going to continuously add to the how-to videos. Have a lot on my YouTube channel. I kind of want to move them over here. Documentation for essays. That won't kick into Unit 2, so don't worry about it right now. Here's your Unit 1. This is what matters, okay? So here we go. Now, every unit's going to work like this. Every week that we do, you'll have a weeks folder right there. This is week 1. Here we go. All right. Every week we'll have a checklist. Click the checklist and follow the checklist, okay? When it comes to a week, everything always opens on a Monday at 1 a.m. and closes the following Sunday at 11:59 p.m., okay? If it is past 11:59 p.m. on a Sunday, it is late. I typically don't take it late unless it's an essay or something like that. Just reach out to me. All right. So back over here. Here's your handouts for the Unit 1 essay. All right. Now, I don't expect you to read all this stuff this week. More on that later. I also have, and it's not posted yet, I'm going to post it. I have a narrative essay introduction video that I'm going to post in here. And I do want to give you a heads up. It was primarily made for my high flex classes, which are part traditional, part virtual, and for the comp 1 with review portion. So I'm going to post it. But just a heads up, if I say anything about coming to class, ignore that. If I say anything about the review portion, ignore that as well, okay? It's still got the same content, same assignment, same important stuff. It's going to look pretty much exactly the same. I do use a different class shell for navigation, but it's going to look the same, okay? So anyway, I'll still post that instead of just making the same video twice for you, okay? And it'll explain what you need, which ones you need to be reading right now. And there's another link to your Unit 1, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out of time. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions.